Hi everyone. Welcome to the channel Advice to Think Twice. This is Monica, and I'm back from my birthday break, and just wanted to do a mid-month check-in for everyone, just to see what's coming up in the second half of March. Right? Sorry for the scratches on my hands. Charlie is jealous when I spend time with Harvey. So that's what happened. And I'm trying to teach him that jealousy is not going to work. But yeah. Thank you everyone for the birthday wishes. Really, really appreciate it. And what else? Quick announcements. There are specials running on the website. You still have the normal, traditional, I don't know what to call them, everyday readings on offer that I've been offering for a while. They're there as well. And for those of you who want to know more about the candles that I'm using, these are actually from my bonus sister. Her brand, her channel is Penchalorum. And this is a hyacinth one, and I love the smell. I just love it. I adore it. But pretty much everything she does is just, I'm in awe of it. And she's got loads of stuff, guys. So if you're interested, look her up. And that's about it. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm using the Cat Tarot deck. I did a review of this amazing deck. I'm really quite impressed with it, so I can't say enough about it. And we're going to start with Aries and work our way through to Pisces. So this is going to be looking at the second half of March, the overall energy of the second half of March. I'm going to pull I'm going to do like a situation, the challenge, and the outcome. Okay? So let's see. What's coming up for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the rest of March? This one wants to come out. So the situation is the Ace of Pentacles for Aries. The challenge is the Knight of Cups. The outcome for the rest of the month is the Page of Swords. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Empress. So with the Empress, you could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. There could be a focus on love, also get health with this, but it could also be a focus on just abundance in general, whatever that means to you. So the situation with the Ace of Pentacles, you are either dealing with or focusing on some sort of an offer, an opportunity. This can be job offer. It can be to do with getting the money for a house. It can be a new health routine and regime, okay, Aries, that you're thinking about or that you're going to be starting around mid-month. This could also be the energy of new beginning, new relationship or proposal, taking a relationship to the next level. And combined with the Empress, yes, you can talk about pregnancy. The challenge, we have the Knight of Cups. So the actual challenge, it could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person that's a challenging influence. So I don't know if you depend on them for something and they're taking their sweet time, or if you're waiting for an offer to be made and the challenge is it's not happening the way you would hope. Or hiya, how you doing? Or there's something around timing, or things aren't moving as quickly as you would like. Or this could be a situation where you're waiting for this person to make an offer, but in the end you're starting to think maybe I should just grab the bull by the horns and go through with making the offer or asking for what I want. Hi Ali. I'm okay, thank you. In the outcome, we do have the Page of Swords. So with the Page of Swords in the outcome, there is the clarifying conversation. We get the information. This can be the contract. This is for the home, for the job, for the whatever. So it looks like Aries, for the rest of the month, whatever this new beginning you're thinking about, if the challenge is around the fact that you're waiting for someone else to do. Hi, Lisa Jade. That's fine, thanks. My mom's name is Maria, so I just thought of her when you said that. So if the challenge is speed, or the challenge is it's not happening the way you like, this is a bit of an idealistic view on things where we romanticize things, right? And if it's that it's not happening the way you want it, then the message here is just take the bull by the horns, be honest, be direct, say what you need to say or ask what you need to ask. okay? Or you are the one who needs to make that offer. And you will have whatever the offer is about. It is being put in writing. This is being, something being made formal or official. Again, contract, whatever the case may be. However, this is coming up for you. All right, Aries. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helps you. Again, I'm trying not to be, be on for too long. Easing myself back into it because I don't want my voice to run off again. All right, let's move on to Taurus. Hiya, how you doing? Taurus for the rest of March. What's going on for Taurus for the rest of March 2021? So I'm getting a stubborn energy. I don't know if that's yours or someone you're dealing with. And I feel like you're waiting on information because for me to lay out the cards face down, you don't know something or you're stubbornly pursuing something. Speaking of, bottom of the deck, the Ace of Swords. So the overall energy is around a new beginning or a conversation, an offer, a proposition. This can be legal matters as well, some sort of contract. Alternatively, it's just about getting down to the bottom of things, getting down to the truth of the matter. So let's see. In the situation, we have the Eight of Wands. The challenge is the Seven of Cups. Yeah. And the outcome is the Queen of Swords. So in the situation with the Eight of Wands, I feel like you have a lot of opportunities coming up for you, Taurus, in the second half of March, whether this is with love or work or whatever. I'm just describing the energy and you take it where it resonates for you. But you have a lot of things coming at you all at the same time and it's happening very fast. Okay. The challenge is you have to make a choice. And the Seven of Cups is, well, there's too much going on. I have no idea which is best for me. You might also feel under pressure because of the speed of things with the Eight of Wands. Everything's happening fast or they want an answer fast. And you feel under pressure and you feel confused. And I don't want to make the wrong decision. Okay, so again, that's what I was picking up on with things being around truth, getting to the bottom of things, seeing things clearly, and also making a decision with that Ace of Swords. And with the Ace of Swords, whenever we make a decision under the Swords energy, we have to cut other things out. Okay. However, in the end, it looks like you are making a choice because you do have the Queen of Swords. What I want to say is it's coming up a couple of different ways. For some of you, it might cost you an opportunity, Taurus. I'm not going to lie. I need to caution you. Taking too long to decide will result in a lost opportunity, one or several. Because the Queen of Swords does talk about the energy of loss, sorrow, regret, being hurt, scorned, divorce energy, losing something, right? So Taurus, you're going to have to think quick on your feet and just make a decision. What I want to say is, with the Ace of Swords is your overall energy, just focus on the facts. If you don't have enough information around a particular option, either get the information or maybe put it aside and look at something that is like a more of a complete package, if I can say, like, this is the opportunity, this is what we're offering, this is what we want. What do you say, right? And if you're asking questions and you're asking for information and they get back to you right away, then that's something to be entertained. That's something to be looked into. If, again, you're missing information, they're taking forever to get back to you, it's all very wishy-washy, or it sounds too good to be true, but you don't see a lot backing that up, right? Then that's how you know which options to look at and which to disregard. Because in the end, you're going to have to make a decision, or a really good opportunity might pass you by. And again, this could be with love or work or whatever, Taurus, okay? So be discerning. And the advice for you with the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords is focus on the facts. That is how you're going to make your decision quickly and with less confusion, right? Or no confusion, depending on the information at hand. All right, Taurus, but you've got awesome things coming up. You really do. You just need to be discerning and figure out what you want to grab hold of and fully invest in. Okay. So there's that. We're going to move on to Gemini. How's everyone doing? Moving on to Gemini for the rest of March 2021. I'm going to do like more readings. So if this isn't something that makes sense to you, then it might be that it will come up so you're not aware of it now, and that's why it's not making sense. But maybe it's a scenario that you're not particularly interested in, or whatever the case may be. So just stay tuned, and I'll do more readings to try and get as many messages as I can. But usually you'll find it resonates somewhere. Gemini. What's going on for Gemini for the rest of March 2021 for Gemini? So we have the Ace of Pentacles. The challenge is the Star. The outcome is the Five of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Swords. So Gemini, what are you dealing with here? You could be dealing with an Aquarius. And the Aquarius is going to cause issues or potentially cause you to miss out on something. There could also be conflicts, arguments, breakups, separation. We can do a super chat, Lisa. Yeah, no worries. I hope everything's okay. Because the Ten of Swords is a very difficult ending, right? That involves a betrayal more often than not. In the outcome, you also have the Five of Swords, and that talks about someone who's bitter and someone who is just my way or the highway to a fault. So they don't even care if they end up hurting themselves as well, as long as they are right? As long, or they have the last word. So it's that kind of energy that I'm picking up on, Gemini. And it could be around money, something that is being offered to you. Hi, Mariam. Something that is being given or granted to you is money, it's inheritance, it's job offer or promotion. Thank you, Lisa. Yeah, and you're dealing with someone, because the challenge with this Star, the challenge is you're shining bright, and unfortunately you're dealing with at least one person who's very, very jealous and very bitter about it. Maybe they feel that what is offered to you was their dream and they're entitled to it, but they weren't doing the work, so why would it, you know what I mean? Or this could be a case of inheritance and someone who has no right, because unfortunately the Ten of Swords can also talk about someone passing. And it could be, something like a will, inheritance, and someone who has no right is contesting it or attacking it. Whatever the situation is, Gemini, you're dealing with someone who is jealous, rather than jealous, envious, because they could very well go out and do what they need to do and fulfill their own dreams. They have something they want. They're not willing to work for it. They see you get it because you work for it, and they're like, oh, that's mine. Does that make sense? That's the energy that I'm getting. So the advice for you, Gemini, be careful with your surroundings. Be careful who you trust and who you let inside your head. But more importantly, I'm getting someone who's trying to just really get you to come down to their level. And with the Stars, the challenge was not much of a challenge. The challenge is with the Star, you continue to shine bright, you continue to follow your path, you continue to follow your dream. Because this is where we have perspective, where we want something, we have perspective, and we know what we need to do to get there, and we're doing it, right? It's not just about wishing on a star and wait till it falls in your lap. It's not going to happen like that. It doesn't. And that's what this person is doing. And they're like, but so why did Gemini get it then? Well, because they worked for it, right? I mean, so Gemini, protect your money, protect your property. Don't let people get under your skin. Like, someone asking for help, but it's not really help. They just want what you want, what you have. Or someone contesting something that was being granted, passed down, awarded, assigned to you. Okay, so protect that. And you might have to take the Five of Swords approach to dealing with this person. which is you don't have to explain yourself. You don't have to try to get them to understand. You don't have to try to get them to agree or approve of what you're doing. At the end of the day, what you are being given, you deserve. You've worked very hard for. You already know this. Not everyone gets to come with you on your new path, on your new journey. And this is a time of cord cutting, and it is a time of cutting people, places, influences out of your life that simply drain your energy or bring drama into your life or bring conflict into your life. You are starting something with the Ace of Pentacles that is a dream come true, and that will continue to lift you up and to elevate you to new levels, right? And unfortunately, the people or this person around you that you've been dealing with, they might be family. I mean, I don't know, and it's sad, but it happens, right? And at the end of the day, you don't owe anyone anything. This is about you. They either support you unconditionally or they don't. And you don't have to take everyone with you. You're not responsible for everyone, okay? So Gemini, take that for what it's worth. If something's coming to an end, let it end. And if you're dealing with such toxic energy, you need to cut ties with it, because you have something that's so much better for you coming in. But it's just different. It's so different. It's a completely different energy, and things need to change completely. More importantly, who you keep around you. Cancer. Let's look at Cancer for the rest of March 2021. It's coming up for Cancer for the rest of March 2021. So the situation, the Knight of Wands, the challenge, the King of Wands, and the outcome, the Tower. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so what is happening is with Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, that's the overall energy of patience, things slowing down or things not moving at the speed we want. And that is also something that is showing up in the actual spread, because in the current situation we have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands is all about focus, determination, it's change, because all knights bring change, it's speed. Okay, we want this now. Can be around travel, it can be around job or promotion or passion, something you're passionate about, someone you're passionate about. And we want to move something forward. We want to take something to the next level, or we want things to just pick up speed, right? The challenge is the King of Wands. Okay, so what we want is the Knight of Wands. It's almost like we want a little piece. We're focusing on a little piece. The challenge is see the complete picture, because this is the King, right? See the complete picture. The reason why things are not happening as fast as you would like, it's because there's more going on behind the scenes. And it's not just about the next step. Okay, it's not just about the next step. It's about having the bigger picture, and what is being prepared for us, as it were, is bigger than what we're looking at. And so we may feel like, what is it? What's the problem? This isn't that big of a deal. This isn't that complicated. Why is it taking forever? It's taking a longer time because there's more that is coming in, not just what you're looking at. Okay. In the outcome, we have the Tower. The Tower is shock and awe, surprise, a complete change, a complete transformation, something we did not see coming. And it's something that I just get like blows your mind. Okay, is what I see here. So what I see for you, Cancer, is you're potentially frustrated that things are not happening. They seem not to be happening at all, or they're happening very slowly, a lot slower than what you would like. Something that you want to move along is just stuck. It seems stuck. Okay. The challenge is, I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, so this is, for some of you, this is quite specific, but just take the example and see how if you can make it apply in other ways. Let's say you're going for a job, right? You've applied for a job and you're waiting to hear back. and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're like, what's the big deal? I mean, I've applied, we've had the interview, all went well, everything was nice and lovely and fun, and we liked each other, and we clicked, and I was really like waiting. I thought I would be, getting the message that I got the job when I left the room, or by the time I got home, or next day. And yes, it all went well, but the reason why they're not calling you back to say, yes, you got the job, is because actually behind the scenes, where you're not aware of, they saw you and they thought, yes, they're applying for this job, but Cancer would actually be a better fit for this higher role, for this higher position. And now what they're doing in the background is laying out the groundwork, doing the logistics, so that they can offer you that bigger role. Does that make sense? And so when it comes in, you're like, oh my God, I had no idea this was happening. And yes, of course, I'll take it, So that's the kind of energy that I'm getting for you, Cancer. You're not aware of something going on behind the scenes that involves getting something bigger and better than what you want being given to you or offered to you. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. But that's the story that I'm getting. Okay? So I'll leave it there. Because it can apply with work, it can apply with love, it can apply with where you live or a house you're looking for. So try to be patient. Page of Wands. You will get the good news. You will get the communication soon, and you see it's Wands again. So it's something that you will be very passionate about, or you're passionate about already, but it will bring a lot of change and growth to your life. Okay, so just keep an open mind. If something isn't happening the way you would like, or as fast as you would like, more importantly, just kind of ride it out and see where it takes you. Okay, looking at Leo for the rest of March 2021. Leo for the rest of March 2021. What's going on for Leo for the rest of March 2021? Okay, challenge. It's interesting it's a challenge. I'll keep it as the challenge. The challenge is the Queen of Pentacles. The situation is the Seven of Wands. And the outcome is the Moon. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Pentacles. So with the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, this is around independence, self-sufficiency, potentially your own business, something you created, something you're responsible for. It could also be to do with physical health and appearance. It's luxury, it's abundance. It's receiving a lot of offers and attention. But in the situation, we have the Seven of Wands. You are fiercely, is what I want to say, defending your position, or you're fiercely defending where you've come with that Nine of Pentacles. So let's say, you've got out of a relationship, right? And it took you a long time to get yourself back together. And not only that, you didn't only pull the pieces back together, but you grew from it. And now you're at a point where you're independent and happy. You're independent, you're self-sufficient, you've learned to love yourself, you're perfectly comfortable with who you are. You don't feel the need to have a partner. You're not interested in that story. And more importantly, you think that I don't want things to become what they were before, because I know how I get in relationships, so I don't want to go back there. That's the energy that I'm seeing, right? The challenge. We have the Queen of Pentacles, so that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. So the challenge, Leo, is that you're dealing with a very determined person. They want to be with you. They want to date you. They want to work with you, or they want you to work for them. You're dealing with someone who's very, very determined. They see your worth. And they have a plan for you, if that makes sense. So even though you're currently guarded, saying, I'm happy where I am, work, love, whatever, I'm happy where I am, I don't want anything else, I'm good. Despite that, you have this person or this company or whatever that looks at you and thinks, we want Leo. We see Leo's worth. We want them on our team. We want them in our lives, whatever. In the outcome of the moon, I'm seeing the moon as, for some of you, a time of romance and being wooed. that's what I'm seeing. Like, this person's not going to back down. This person they're just not going to back down. And they're going to throw everything but the kitchen sink at you to get you to see that they mean what they say, that they have good intentions, that they're genuine. And for others of you, I do see this as a trial run. Like, giving it, because the moon is a cycle, right? It's a cyclical energy. And I'm seeing you say, okay, I'll try this, or the trial period is a month, or the trial period is 3 months. Let's see what happens, and I'll give you my answer, my permanent answer or final answer at the end of this trial period. Okay? So I am seeing you, in the end, giving a chance to whatever this is. You put a time frame on it, and you're paying very close attention to how you feel and what you're thinking and what you're experiencing as you're going through this. But I do see you giving a new opportunity the benefit of the doubt and giving it a chance. And with the moon, it's not giving you a certain answer. It's not telling you, oh yeah, you'll love it in the end. It's saying, trust yourself, trust your intuition, and do what's best for you. It can be an amazing opportunity, but if you don't want it, you don't want it, and that's okay. The fair thing to do is give it a chance, and you're doing that. Okay, Leo? And listen, you could be doing this with someone else. You could be very, very passionately pursuing them. But like I say, you're dealing with someone who's very, very independent, or again, this is your energy. Very independent, very comfortable where they are. They don't want for anything. So it will take a little bit of time and a little bit of a strategy, and not in the Seven of Swords energy kind of strategy saying, okay, what can I offer this person that they would want? What can I offer this person that they don't have? What can I offer this person to get them to even entertain what I'm talking about? Because they seem like they have everything. All right, so it's that kind of energy that's coming up, which can make for some really great opportunities, Leo. All right, so what I would say is, be honest, talk about what you want, talk about, just be honest, this is what I want. If you can offer it, great. If not, great. You're fine either way. Because you could end up with something that is so much more than what you currently have. Okay? So, I'll leave it there. Leave it with you. Let's look at Virgo. So we have the Knight of Swords, Virgo. I feel like things are about to pick up speed. Something's coming in thick and fast, Virgo. Let's see if it pops back up. So what is Virgo dealing with for the rest of March? Virgo for the rest of March 2021. So in this situation, we have the Chariot energy. A little similar to the Knight of Swords, I have to say. The challenge, the Knight of Pentacles. And in the outcome, the Seven of Pentacles. Overall, we have the Three of Swords, Virgo, at the bottom of the deck. So with the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, the feeling that I'm getting is that of frustration, disappointment, feeling like something's never going to happen, because the challenge is the Knight of Pentacles. Thanks for the feedback, Sunny. I'm glad it makes sense. The challenge, so things are moving very slowly, right? Things are moving very slowly. They seem to be standing still. The situation, what you want, what you're focusing on is the Chariot. You're like, okay, I'm ready to go. I want this. Let's do it. The Chariot, though, is a very independent energy. And the feeling that I'm getting with the Three of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles is that there are other people involved. And that's why things are slow, because everyone has to have an opinion. Everyone has to have a vote, or it has to go through processes. And it's like every process has a number of days to, you know what I mean? Hi, Maria Elizabeth. In the outcome, we do have the Seven of Pentacles. And for the Knight of Swords to pop out, that is telling me there will be a change in speed. You will see progress in the direction you want, and you will see things pick up speed. It might be very late in the month of March or very early April. Okay. So I think it's just preparing you for that. It might actually be 3 more weeks with the Three of Swords. It might actually be 3 more weeks before things turn around, pick up speed, and you get what you want. Because with the Chariot, this is ultimately a victory card. So you will get there, Virgo. You just have to either be patient with something or be patient with people involved, or just follow the process. It takes a long time, but you kind of have to, there's no way around it. This could actually be something to do with what's going on in the world, especially in the UK. We are still in lockdown, but it is going to change in April. So for some of you, it's something like that. You're ready to go, but because of what's going on and the imposed restrictions, there's nothing you can do about it but wait it out, right? And then when they are lifted, is full speed ahead. So however this makes sense to you, Virgo, just know it's confirmation. You're on the right track. You've done everything you can. It's with other people right now, or it's going through the system right now, or the burden and the restrictions will be lifted very, very soon, and then you'll be like full speed ahead. Okay? So I hope that makes sense. Let's look at Libra. Let me take a sip of coffee. Okay. So let's look at Libra for the rest of March. Libra for the rest of March 2021. Okay. And one more for Libra. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Wands. The challenge, I keep saying, but it's the situation. The situation is the Four of Cups. It's not the same as it was for Virgo. The challenge is the Page of Cups. The outcome is the Two of Wands. Okay, so Libra, the energy that I'm getting here is someone's trying to come in better late than never, or something's trying to come in when you're kind of already over it, okay? Because the Ace of Wands is all about like new energy, things moving fast, an offer being made to start something or to bring life back into a situation. There we go. And yes, it can be a new job or progress within a job or career. Yes, it can be a new person to come into your life, or for someone you know already to make an offer of some kind. Whatever it is, okay, this is new energy, it's fresh start, and it does involve a change. You might have to travel for it. You might have to do things differently because of this, etc. The situation is the Four of Cups. So with the Four of Cups, who am I on? Libra. With the Four of Cups, this is where we're feeling bored and discontent. I often see this as the result of on again, off again energy, or getting our hopes up and having them crushed, and then we get our hopes up again about the same thing, and then we have them crushed, and in the end we're a little bit just numb to it, or just completely over it, like we're not waiting for it to happen anymore. But we are very, very disappointed, and that's where we are, right? You could be dealing with the water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or someone who's just very, very slow to make their move, or very slow to commit, or very slow to take action. They talk the talk for days, but when it comes to actually, putting it in place, it's like, well, the challenge is the Page of Cups. Here we go. Here's the conversation. Here's the news. Here's the offer that we were waiting on for so long, or we got our hopes up about so many times. And here it is, right? Here they are. No, let's do this. No, let's do it. Let's, yeah, okay. Okay, what's happening? It's like, where have you not been paying attention? Are you serious? They're like coming in like nothing happened. Let's do this. You know, like seriously? In the outcome, we do have the Two of Wands. I do feel like for some of you, you are entertaining this offer. But again, it's behind it. There's no, it's almost like you're afraid to even get your hopes up again, because it's like, well, I've been through this so many times. Like, I can't pretend that I don't know what could happen because it's happened so many times, right? It's one thing to hope for the best, but at the same time, you can't ignore that the same thing happened over and over again with this whenever I tried to give it a chance. But for most of you, I feel like you're focusing on going in a different direction, because with the Two of Wands, it's where we look at a choice between something that we're already familiar with and something that is completely different, something completely new. And with the Ace of Wands there's also something completely new. So you could be dealing with two offers coming in at the same time. One is completely different, completely new. The other is someone or something you're already familiar with, and you have this start and stop energy with, and this disappointment about. In which case, I do feel like you're going to be choosing the new option. Or this is, again, you're dealing with something you've been waiting on and hoping for, and getting your wishes and hopes high about, and then getting them crushed over and over. They're trying to pull a Hail Mary, but you're too, it's just, there's nothing there. You've lost the spark for it. You've lost the passion for it. You don't want it anymore. And I see you choosing a new direction, choosing to look for something different, to look for something new, and you will have that offer coming in, or that opportunity coming in, when you choose to start looking for new and be done with the past. Okay? So I hope that helps. But the Ace of Wands, whatever that offer is that you're choosing to go towards, a new situation, it will bring you independence. It will bring you passion back into your life. It will bring you confidence back. Scorpio. Let's look at Scorpio for the rest of March 2021. What's going on with Scorpio for the rest of March 2021? The situation is the Seven of Cups. The challenge is judgment. The outcome is the Knight of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords. So with the Ace of Swords and the Judgment card in your spread, Scorpio, there's some sort of truth being revealed that will cause change, right? You can't pretend you don't know. You can't unsee or unhear what is happening. So the situation with the Seven of Cups, there's a lot of, either you're dealing with multiple offers or opportunities presented to you, or you're dealing with a situation where it's like, it sounds wonderful and it's promises being made, but there's not a lot of action behind those promises. So it's just talk at the minute. It's just talk. Or this is about you dealing with a person or a situation where you don't really see them. So I don't know if it's an online thing or you're at a distance, and you can only rely on what they tell you or the pictures they send you, or, you know what I mean? It's that kind of energy. We've done Gemini, Maria. We're on Scorpio and we're going through to Pisces. We've done Gemini. The challenge with the Judgment card, there is the truth coming in. The truth, the absolute truth. There's no two way about it. There's no misinterpretation. Something is being revealed. Okay? And that could be meeting someone in person and you see them for who they are, as opposed to pictures or the idea you had of them in your head based on, you know, how you talk to each other, etc. This could be the offer being put on paper. So it's formal, it's a contract, it's black on white, right? Writing. And again, the decisions you're making now are based on what something is, not what you think it is with the Seven of Cups, or what you imagine it to be. And in the outcome, you do have the Knight of Cups. So with the Knight of Cups, there is some sort of an offer being made, whether you are making this offer to someone else, because this is water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or you accept an offer that you're very, very happy about. There's something, it's like, it's close to what you're envisioning with Seven of Cups, because it's still Cups energy. So you kind of already had an idea of what it is, but you weren't sure, right? Because you hadn't actually met the person, or you hadn't actually seen anything in writing. So you were like, well, I think this would be good, but I don't know until we sign whatever, right? And then that comes in. And as a result, with the Ace of Swords, you have the full information, you have the truth of the matter. You're making the offer, or you're accepting that offer. So this can be a new job, a new home situation. It can be a new person in terms of a new love relationship, or renewed love in a relationship as a result of talking about the truth of how we feel, or the truth of what we want for ourselves and each other in the relationship, right? With the Seven of Cups there as well. And it turns out, actually, we're pretty much on the same page. We want the same things. We feel the same way. And as a result, things are now changing for the better. This is going to the next level. Okay? So that's awesome. That's pretty awesome, Scorpio. What can I say? Let me know what that's about. Let's move on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius. What's going on for Sagittarius for the rest of March 2021? For Sagittarius for the rest of March 2021. I feel like an angsty energy, like anxious energy. Restless, rather. Sagittarius for the rest of March 2021. So in this situation, we have the Page of Cups. The challenge is the Eight of Swords. The outcome is the High Priestess. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. So with the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck, Sagittarius, you could be dealing with the energy of children, a childish energy, as an immature, a dream of yours, something that is close to your heart, or a comeback of something or someone. And we have water sign energy here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. In this situation, we have the Page of Cups. With the Page of Cups, there's some sort of a conversation. So here's this water sign energy, right? Here's this person coming in trying to talk to you. They're sending you a message. This is, very pleasant conversation. Hi, Alexandra. Very, they're paying you compliments. They're saying nice things. They're being supportive. It's that kind of message with the Page of Cups. And it may involve, they're talking to you about starting something back up, or trying something again. The challenge with the Eight of Swords, the challenge for you is, I feel like you've outgrown the situation. I feel like you now feel that, well, if this had happened when we tried it, or back whenever, that would have been great. However, I don't really want this anymore, and I feel like I would have to take a step back if I accepted this, or I feel like I would be stuck if I accepted this now. In the outcome, we have the High Priestess. So with the High Priestess, I feel like you decide to kind of pull your energy back, to maintain your position, as in not go back. You can replay, Maria Elizabeth, you can replay the reading to get to Scorpio, to get to Gemini. Or you can watch your other signs as well, your sun, your moon, your rising, in the meantime. But Sagittarius, I feel like you will choose to maintain your position and to continue to focus on your own path, as opposed to going back to this person, or going back to the situation, or trying something again. Because you feel like you've done what you could do. You no longer want it. You feel like, well, I gave it my best shot at the time. I don't really feel like I have anything else to bring to the table. And at the same time, it doesn't really make me happy anymore, the thought of this or whatever. So Sagittarius, I do feel like you're continuing on the path you've chosen for yourself. I do feel like you will get some sort of confirmation or some sort of closure from actually speaking your truth and saying, no, thank you, I'm done with this. Because again, I'm getting this energy of something that at one time would have made you happy now feels constricting. Now it feels like I would be stuck there if I accepted this, right? So even if it's with work, remember guys, I'm talking about the energies, and you can kind of take it and apply it as it makes sense to you, because it will be very different for everyone. But it's a situation where you really wanted it at one time and it would have made you happy, and for whatever reason it didn't happen, or it didn't come together, or it didn't work, whatever the case may be. I feel like you got left with this what if, or you always thought, what would I do if that came back around? But in the meantime, you've had to carry on, right? And so now you're in a different place. So now when this comes back around, you're like, I fully don't want this anymore. It just doesn't mean anything to me. Or I feel like I would be taking a step back, settling to be in this or to try this again. And I don't want to do that. And for those of you, I see you as a friend now. I don't see you as anything else. Or this is platonic energy. You know, I don't have any feelings towards this anymore. Oh, Ellie, thank you so much. You're amazing. That's such a surprise. Oh my God. Thank you. You're amazing. Okay, so that's Sagittarius. Thank you, Ellie. I'll pull some cards for you at the end. Think of a question. And you're so amazing. Thank you so much. Capricorn. Okay, what's going on for Capricorn for the rest of March 2021? What's going on for Capricorn for the rest of March 2021? So we have, pick one, Ellie. Situation Capricorn is the Knight of Swords. The challenge is the Eight of Wands. The outcome is the Four of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. So with the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it can be stalemate energy. It can be a crossroads. What I'm feeling, though, is because we have opposing energies here. We have in the situation the Knight of Swords, and you may have air in your chart as well, okay? But this is where we know what we want, and we want to get it. We don't really want to care about how other people feel about it. The Knight of Swords is a very one-track minded individual. He needs to get from A to B. He's going to focus on getting from A to B. He doesn't care if he needs to step on some toes to get there. Right? Is that kind of energy. Very focused, very determined. And it's like very, very logical, almost to a point where he can't understand other people's feelings. It's like, why do you feel this way about this? It's not your problem, or it's not your concern. Does that make sense? Is that kind of energy? The challenge is the Eight of Wands. The challenge is when the Knight of Swords is trying to push through, he's being met with resistance. He's being met with a lot of no, backlash. Tell me more about this. Give me more information. And in the outcome, we have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is where, we get to the point where we're just kind of disappointed with the whole thing, or where this is a little bit of pouting energy because we thought it would go through. We thought things were going to happen the way we wanted them to. And when we don't get the response or the reaction that we wanted, we either, feel a little bit deflated. We start to question what we're doing, or just feel a little bit down and pouting, like I'm trying to do something good and I have all this opposition. But it's because you are so hyped up, Capricorn, that if something isn't streamlined and it's not yes, 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 you take that as a bigger hit than it is, okay? and you feel like you need to close down, or you feel in this stalemate energy. If someone is asking you for for information, or if someone is maybe giving you their input, whether or not you ask for it, you know what I mean? That's not to say they're attacking you, and it's not to say they're trying to block what you're doing. So I'm seeing this, Capricorn, as you have this idea, you have this goal, and you have thought it through to the point where I know what the fastest route is. I know how to get from A to B the fastest. Unfortunately, there are other people involved, or there are external circumstances that need to be taken into account. And you're going to have some questions thrown at you, or you're going to be asked for more information, or for some sort of a proof of something, right? If you're applying for something, and it's about just going through the process. And it is annoying and it is frustrating. So with the Four of Cups, what they're trying to say is, don't give up on this. Don't let this turn into a missed opportunity because you're being met with a little bit of opposition, or with, I'm not even getting that it's not someone deliberately challenging you to be difficult, Capricorn. This is someone just asking for information, right? Or asking you to submit more proof, evidence, receipts, whatever. And that's not to say they're trying to block you, and that's not to say you haven't thought this through and it's your fault, right? It's just something where, you know, when you get so excited and you want to get something done, and in your mind you've thought it through, like from A to B, and we just want to go through with it, right? But then when you bring it back into like the real world where other people are involved, or there's a process for something, it might be a dumb process, it might be a useless process, but if it's in place and we have to go through it to get to where we want to get to, we're going to have to go through it, right? So it's a little bit of learning how to play the field and learning how to deal with what is being thrown your way. But this is telling you to stay motivated and to continue to power through, because you will get you will reach your goal. Okay, so just keep that in mind, Capricorn. And Aquarius, let's look at Aquarius. So we have the Three of Pentacles that flew out. Aquarius for the rest of March. The challenge is the Ace of Swords that also flew out. And the outcome for Aquarius. All right, multiple flew out, but only one flipped over. So I'm just going to take that one. And go. Bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So again, with the Seven of Pentacles, there is a matter of timing. There is a matter of assessing. I feel like you have to choose what you continue to invest in, where you pull your energy back from, your time, your attention, your money, whatever the case may be. In the situation, we have the Three of Pentacles. This is an energy of being admired for your skill, but it's also, I feel, the energy of being scouted to be part of a team or to work for someone else. The challenge, the Ace of Swords. The challenge is the decision you make. Remember I was saying when we have to make a decision under the energy of the swords, we have to cut something else out. So the challenge is with the Ace of Swords, what are you going to cut out? Do you cut out this opportunity that is being presented to you that maybe you didn't expect, or you weren't really looking for it, but it's good? Or do you continue to invest in what you've been investing in so far? In the outcome, we do have the Page of Wands. And with the Page of Wands, there's some sort of offer, communication, invitation. Let's do this. Let's do that. Come work for us. Let's team up for this. Let's go out. Let's get to know each other better. Let's try, something different. So I'm seeing this play out a number of different ways, Aquarius, because the energy of Wands is all about different, individual, creative, what's the word that I'm trying to say? Unique, right? So for some of you, I am seeing you cut out an opportunity to join another person or a team or another company, and you're continuing to pursue your own path, your own business, be by yourself, focus on yourself, staying single, or staying in the situation you're in because that's what you've chosen for yourself. And for others of you, if this is about a job, money in any way, a project you're working on, or where there are other people involved, you're depending on other people one way or another, and there's been delays, the challenge, you're going to have a conversation. You're going to have to take the bull by the horns and have a conversation of a slightly inconvenient nature, where you say, unless you start doing this, unless you start pulling your weight, I'm going to have to cut you out, or I'm going to have to, I don't know, stop talking to you, or whatever the case may be. Okay? This might be a situation where there are friends involved or family involved or a loved one in any capacity. But the truth is, they're not pulling their weight. You have to do everything. And so the challenge is, look, seriously, let's put our personal relationship aside. As your boss or as your coworker, or as your whatever, you really need to be doing what you need to be doing. Okay? The Page of Wands in the outcome does talk about positive outcome, right? This is positive energy. This is a conversation that is productive, and it leads to something new and better. All right? So take that for what it's worth, Aquarius. I hope it helps you. But it looks like you're going to have to initiate some things and just be completely honest and slightly blunt to get things to move. All right. And now Pisces for the rest of March 2021. Pisces for the rest of March 2021. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me check if anything else flew out. No. Okay. So it's the Ten of Pentacles, but I picked it up in reverse. So I'm going to place it down in reverse and see what else comes up. Pisces for the rest of March 2021. The challenge is the Five of Wands, and the outcome is the Two of Wands. Bottom of the deck is the Death card. So with the Death card at the bottom of the deck, this can be the energy of Scorpio for some of you, someone rising. But it talks about something, an ending of some sort. And it can be something that completely ends, or it's an ending because it's transformed into something else. And in your current situation with the Ten of Pentacles, right, it comes up in reverse because I feel like we got comfortable in a situation and we stopped working, or we stopped trying for better. That's how I'm feeling this with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. The challenge with the Five of Wands is things are now starting to fall apart, and people are starting to kind of start to pursue their own thing and do their own thing, because it's like, well, if we're no longer working together, if not everyone is doing what they're supposed to be doing, I don't want to do what I'm supposed to be doing. Why would I? And so I'm seeing this as the breakup of a team, or it can be conflict within a relationship, you know. In the outcome, we do have the Two of Wands, and the Two of Wands is a choice that needs to be made. Do we start to invest once again in the situation, in the familiar situation, or do we let it go completely, start something brand new, or see if we can transform it into something new and better, right? So there's some choices around this, and it can be within the realm of love, or it can be with what you do to make a living, or a company you've been with, or a role you've been in for quite some time, and maybe you're just comfortable there and you've stopped, striving for more. There's nothing wrong with that, but it looks like something needs to change. So I don't know if they're changing the role, if they're I heard deleting the role, if they're dissolving the role, or whatever the case may be. So you're in a situation where it's like, okay, I'm literally pushed to start working again, whether it's to pick something back up and make it better and move it along, because it's something that is supposed to progress, right? It's something that is supposed to progress, and we kind of stopped midway and we're like, I'm good here. But we're being pushed because it needs to keep moving. Okay. This could also be, because I'm getting with the Ten of Pentacles reverse, with the Death card, the Five of Wands. Again, I'm getting the energy of, unfortunately, someone passing and a will being challenged, inheritance being challenged. And I've seen you look at it, you know, with the Two of Wands, like, you know what, just, I feel, for some of you, I feel like you're saying you can have it. Just, you have it. I feel like this is a disgrace and a dishonor to the person who left this to us. But if this is what you want to do and how you want to behave, you have it. Because I'm seeing you turn your back on something or someone because of conflict, because of drama, maybe around money or inheritance. But again, yeah, the main energy is that of something you are comfortable in and you're like, I'm good here. You're being pushed out of it because you're supposed to keep going. You're supposed to progress. You're supposed to advance. There is an offer coming in for you to do that, so it's not like you're just being pushed out and left to your own devices. But just be prepared. There might be a little bit of a shock because you're not expecting this. You don't see this coming. And you might be, you know, feel pulled in a lot of different directions. But in the end, it's up to you. It's your choice what you want to do. If you want to start looking from scratch, or if you want to look at what is being offered to you and see if you want to do that, or how you can incorporate what is now no longer available into something new in order to make it bigger and better. But yeah, see how that makes sense to you, Pisces, and how it applies. It's good. Ultimately, it's something good. It's for your own good. But it's one of them where we're being kicked. A swift kick in the behind is a step forward. It's that kind of energy. So just be aware of that that's something that might be coming up. All right. So guys, we've done the signs. I'm going to do Ali's super chat, Lisa Jade. What I'm thinking is, because we started with super chats, and it wouldn't be fair for me to do a super chat for those who have sent a super chat and then do questions for people who haven't sent a super chat. I hope it's okay, because I'm trying to make sure it's fair for everyone. I hope it's okay if you want to do a question or something, we would do a super chat. It doesn't have to be a specific amount, but just so that everyone is on the same page. I hope that's okay. I'm trying to just make sure that it's fair. If that makes sense. Okay. So, Ali, have you thought of your question? Alexandra, you came in when I was talking about Sagittarius, but it felt like I was talking to you. It's possible because we have all the signs of the zodiac. We have them somewhere in our chart, in a house, or in a planetary aspect. So I often feel drawn to watch a reading that's not one of my cardinal signs, and it makes perfect sense to me, and that's how I make sense of it, because it's like, well, I must have that sign somewhere in my chart that it makes sense. But I also, what I do is when I do lives and readings and stuff like that here on YouTube, I do focus on my subscribers to try to get messages that will make sense for like most of my subscribers. Okay, so maybe that's how that comes to pass. Okay, so what are we doing, Ali and Lisa Jade? Well, 4 of Cups. I don't know which one that's for. Let's see if it pops back up. Magician. Okay, give me a question, guys, because the cards are flying. Okay, Ali. Okay. Well, just off the top of my head, I got yes. So let's see. Allie's expanding her job offers. Job options. Allie expanding her job options. Was that a good move? While continuing to pursue the one she wants. So I'm going to pull cards, but I'm getting messages. Here's the Four of Cups. It was for you. So the World of Four of Cups and the Three of Swords. So very plainly, what I get with that is putting all your eggs in one basket may result in disappointment. And the reason I say that, and the Two of Wands at the bottom of the deck tells you that it's good to have options. And whether you continue, you're going to have at least two options come in, Allie. One is the one you're focusing on. Another is one of these that you've expanded your search for. You're not actually expecting it, but it's going to come through, and you're going to have to make a choice between these two. And you're just going to have to do what you think is best for you. But to answer your question, if this was the right thing to do, I would say yes, definitely. What happens is, we don't put all our eggs in one basket. And when we put all our eggs in one basket, what that means is we get our hopes high just for one thing. That leads to, the more time passes, we start to get anxious. We start to switch our energy from positive, upbeat, and hopeful to a little bit like desperate, and the sense of lack of why isn't this happening? And oh my God, what if it's not going to happen, etc. And what happens when we do that is we push that option away. So in the end, it does turn into a failure or a missed opportunity, okay, because of the energy that we're putting into it. So it is the right move on a practical level, because it's always good to have options. But also on a spiritual, energetic level, it is a good move because it changes your approach and it changes your energy, and it keeps it in a place of, I have options. I have things to choose from. I'm in a space of options and abundance. And so you attract more of that to you. Okay. So yes, it was the right move. All right. And like I say, it will pay off. You will have the one you're looking at come through. King of Cups, that's success in business is how I'm seeing it. You will have the one you're focusing on come through. You will see some progress with that, but also a brand new one that comes as a result of you expanding your options. Okay. So I hope that answers your questions, Allie. Awesome. Okay. Witch World Traveler. Outcome of dealing with a toxic sibling. Finances for my trip. Okay. So let's see. What's the outcome of dealing with the toxic sibling for Witch World Traveler? The outcome of dealing with the toxic sibling. Advice. So you have all majors and the Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So what I would say is this person, your sibling, right? And I think you said they're a Libra, because we have the Empress here, Taurus, Libra energy. This person is a soulmate to you. Yeah, and the Five of Cups. I feel like you care about, is it a brother? I think it was a brother, wasn't it? You care about him very much. But I feel like it's either he sees you as someone who's supposed to nurture. Okay, she's a Sagittarius. You're the Libra. Okay, got it. And here's the Sagittarius, the Temperance card. So the feeling that I'm getting is someone who looks at you as you're supposed to nurture them. You're supposed to look after them. You're supposed to give to them like you're their mother, right? And you might have tried to set some boundaries, or if she could be the type of person that she feels like she's entitled to things, and you've tried to set some boundaries, or you might have cut her off. Helping to raise her son. Yeah, and so that's where the mother energy and the Page of Wands comes in. I feel like this is about establishing boundaries and stopping some form of support, or trying to talk about cut off the tar. Yeah. Okay. And as a result, obviously that didn't go well with the Ten of Swords. But with the Temperance card, this shock or this ending with the Ten of Swords is necessary for her to open her eyes that the way she's doing things isn't okay. the advice, we got the Hangman. So with the Hangman, this just talks about leave things as they are. So you're not talking, there's not a lot of contact and communication. This is saying leave things as they are. I feel like the feeling that I'm getting with her is she needs to hit some bumps, and she needs to hit some obstacles, and she needs to struggle before she can realize some things that you're trying to tell her, but she can't hear you now, and she is taking it the completely wrong way. So the outcome is leave it alone. She's living with you. Okay, so there's a lot of tension there. Leave it alone is the way they're saying it. Not to ignore, not to, this is like pull back your energy. Focus on yourself with the Queen of Wands. I also hear lead by example. The Empress is also very patient energy. I don't know if you're the older sibling, or again, you have this energy where you have it more together than she does, so you can teach her things and nurture her and help her along the way. With the Ten of Swords and the Five of Cups, I don't know if you're talking about her moving out or anything like that, or if that was something that was discussed. Like, you know, yeah. So the way I'm seeing this is let things play out. So if you have told her to move out, this is say don't take it back. If you have put up boundaries, like you need to do this by this time, let that play out. Don't take it back. Don't change your mind. I feel like you might in the past, you might have tried to impose some rules, but then you felt bad, or you felt like she was struggling, and so you changed your mind. Yeah, exactly. So this is saying for the better of your relationship, let things play out as you have talked about them. Do what you said you would, and keep her to what she was supposed to do, like she's supposed to do. Because she needs this swift kick in the behind. She really does. You're not doing the wrong thing, and you don't have anything to feel guilty about. You're doing this for the both of you, your relationship, as well as for her. This is a time for tough love. And I know you feel bad for the child, and it's not his fault, etc. But this is also, I'm getting and it sounds, I don't mean to, the way I'm getting it is because you've been worried about him, because you've been looking after him. I'm not saying she's a bad mother. I'm not saying that. But because you were the safety net for her child, she didn't feel so under pressure to get herself together for her child. Does that make sense? So this is some very difficult lessons that the both of you are going through right now. And the way to help her is to push her and to leave her to it. Okay? So I hope that that answers your question. Let me look at your finances. Finance for March and April. What's going on? Finances for March and April. So we have the Moon, the High Priestess, the Eight of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. So it looks like, I feel like because of what's happening, I don't know if she was contributing to bills and stuff, and obviously that's not going to happen, and maybe that's why you're concerned. You are going to have to make some cuts, because we have the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Wands, the Five of Swords. You're going to have to make some cuts. Look at, what is what isn't absolutely necessary. I feel like it will be temporary with the Moon. So I do feel like eventually things will get back on track with your sister, and she can move back in and contribute again. Or if this is a separate change in your finances for the better. But what I'm feeling is with the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck, once you have peace in your home, that will also stabilize your energy, and that will manifest better opportunities for your finances. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Hi, Ida. Yeah, we're just doing super chats this time. I hope that's okay. So I feel like what was going on with your sibling was affecting your energy as well, and that was now starting to show in your financial situation as well, in your health as well. We haven't set an exact limit, Ida, but just so that it's fair for everyone, because we've had some super chats. So I feel like once she moves out, your energy will stabilize, your health will stabilize, and your financial situation will improve just as a result of that. Okay, if that makes sense. This is a very, very toxic situation for you, you know that. And I feel like it's affecting you in ways you're not even aware of. And your finances is one of them. Okay? Because I also get, the Ten of Swords. You have to let this end. You have to cut it out. You really do. Because also what I'm getting is you're now taking on her energy and her burdens. Yeah. And it's not your karma. It's not your karma. You're taking it on and you're making it your karma. Don't make it your karma. It's not your karma. Okay? It's not your burdens to bear. So it's important. It's very important to cut this. Cut it. Okay? So I hope that helps and that answers your questions. Hi, Lisa. Yeah. Alexandra. Let me do Alexandra first and then we'll do Lisa. Did some changes and would like some advice. Okay. Are the changes Alexandra made going to have a positive outcome? Yeah, so the changes that you're making, because we have the Three of Wands, so that's the change. That's where you're doing something different, right? That's where you're setting your sights higher. And it's also where, like, you don't want to settle anymore. You refuse to settle. Seven of Cups is where you're currently. So you're looking at, okay, I wonder if this is going to happen. I wonder if that's going to happen. This could also be the conversation you've had with yourself or another person. And as a result, we do have the Six of Wands and the Four of Wands. The Six of Wands is success with what you're doing, right? And the Four of Wands is also happiness and stability and harmony within a relationship or within a home. All right? So the changes that you have made, Alexandra, are going to pay off for you. Okay? Your work wasn't here. I just did your question, Alexandra. Did you get that? So basically, the short version is the changes that you're making, the changes that you've made are going to pay off for you. Yeah. You will have success. This is also feeling very, very confident and empowered and in control of things, which I hear is something you were lacking. And also, on top of that, as a result of you feeling more confident in control and getting what you're asking for pretty much, right, and what you deserve, you'll have a more happy, stable, harmonious relationship or home life. Awesome. Okay, and Ida. Well, if I'm the Virgo, contact me, or is the connection completely over? Okay. Will Pedram contact Ida? Does this have a future? What's the situation between Pedram and Ida? Will Pedram contact Ida? Okay. Well, he's in two minds about it. Sometimes he wants to, sometimes he pulls himself back from it. And the outcome of the connection. Yeah. I do feel like he will contact you. It will be... Okay. So here's the situation, Ida. It won't be soon because we have the Three of Swords. This is you waiting and feeling left out, right? Pretty much. What he's doing is the King of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. You're very welcome, Alexandra. What he's doing is he's thinking about it. He's thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. He's anxious. He's very nervous. He knows you're expecting communication with the Ace of Swords. I feel like the reason why he's anxious and nervous is because he knows this is a connection that is worth the work, and he's trying to figure out if he's willing to do the work for this, because he sees what you what you are offering with the Six of Pentacles, and he's thinking, do I want to match her efforts? Hi, Raluca. Yeah, we're doing super chats. Hope that's okay. But basically, he's trying to figure out, he knows, look, you have the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress together. He knows your worth, Ida. He knows what you deserve. He knows what you're bringing to the table. The reason he's in two minds about contacting you or not is he knows that if he contacts you, he's going to have to develop this connection, and he's at a point in his life where he's trying to figure out if he can do that, if he can put in the work. He definitely knows. What I also want to say, Ida, is don't lower your standards, and also don't make it easy for him. So if he is not contacting you, don't you reach out to him. You let him think it out. You let him think things through. And when you pull your energy back as the Empress that you are, he will contact you then. That's what I was going to say with the Ace of Swords. Okay? But he needs to do the work. He needs to be the one reaching out. Yeah, definitely. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Okay. LM. Thanks for the super chat. What's the question? Lily. And did I miss your question, Lisa Jade? I don't see your question. Lily, okay. To know about near future with Scorpio. Okay, show me near future for Lily regarding the Scorpio. Angels and guides. Oh, Jesus. Okay. We have the Page of Cups. I also saw the Three of Wands. The Six of Cups. So I don't know if you are in separation currently, not necessarily broken up, but just at a distance from each other, or you can't physically be together. We do have the Page of Cups, so that talks about some sort of communication. You're very welcome, Ida. That talks about some sort of communication coming your way, Lily. That is going to be very positive, very loving. And you might also be talking about a trip. But we have the Eight of Swords and the Five of Wands. I don't know if you're in a situation where you can't physically be together, or there's some sort of, it's like you don't know where you stand, or you don't know if he has other options with the Five of Wands, or you don't know if he has chosen you, if that makes sense. Or this could be with the Eight of Swords and the Five of Wands, a fear you have, Lily. We haven't seen each other for a while. You're meeting today. Yeah, definitely with the Three of Wands. So I can see that you have a fear around, or uncertainty around, what he does when you're not together with the Five of Wands there. Maybe you're afraid of competition. So let's see. How does the Scorpio feel about Lily? So we have the Nine of Swords. That's your fear. The Five of Cups. There's a fear of loss. The Scorpio feels like if he doesn't make a move, and the Seven of Swords, if he doesn't make a move, he'll lose you. He knows you want commitment with the Hierophant, and he's afraid that if he doesn't make a move in that direction, he's going to lose you. With the Seven of Swords, he's not quite there yet himself. He's not quite, oh yeah, I'm going to commit, right? Okay, he's trying to get there. He wants to get there, but he needs more time. And at the same time, he's afraid that if he doesn't do something, he will lose you. So that's how he feels. But in the near future, you will see each other, like you know, and you'll talk. Let's see. How is the meeting going to go? So we have the Four of Wands. The Emperor, sorry. And the Four of Wands. I said it before I pulled it. And the Hangman. So I feel like this time around when you see each other, there's going to be some sort of an important conversation, Lily, about your future or around commitment. Because we have two fours. And the Hangman. He might tell you that he really cares for you, but he needs more time. Or this might be a conversation around maybe we should try living together first and then see where it goes. There's something around, let's try something first and see where it goes, because I need a little bit more time. Okay. I don't see any negative cards or things to make me caution you around this. So just kind of take it as it comes. And just be honest. What I would say is, yeah, just be honest. He's very afraid of losing you, Lily. But he takes time to open up. And he's aware of this, but it is who he is. So just be honest. I'm not saying make it easy for him, but just be honest and talk about what you need. And, okay, you need more time. I'm willing to do that. However, this needs to happen at some point. Okay, something along those lines. So just be honest with him. Don't make it easy for him. Be honest. Be open. I'm seeing that he is working his way towards that commitment. I feel like commitment scares bejesus out of him, if I'm completely honest. But he's willing to go there for you, okay? He just needs time. So I hope that helps you. Okay. Moving on to Raluca. Any new opportunity on the career front is coming up. And then Lisa. Raluca, any new career opportunity? You're very welcome, Lily. Raluca, what can you tell Raluca about any new career opportunities? Can you tell Raluca any new career opportunities? Okay, so you're feeling stuck and trapped. I feel like with the Three of Cups and the Knight of Swords, I feel like either you're dealing with someone who's very two-faced, or it's one of them where you get along with the people you work with, but the pay isn't great or the hours aren't great, but you get along with these people, and that's why you stayed for as long as you have. I also get someone who's two-faced, so someone who sometimes they're a friend to you, sometimes they really push your buttons. The Ace of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck, so let's see what's coming up for Raluca in terms of new career opportunities. So I have the Tower, the Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. You have at least one moon under the deck. I feel like it's after the time of Pisces, so you don't have a long wait to wait. I also get with the moon and the Five of Pentacles there's going to be a massive change, Raluca, because you also have the Tower. Something out of nowhere. Okay, so it might be that, I don't know if they're saying they have to cut your hours, or I don't know if they're saying, talking about pay cuts, or I don't know if they're talking about furloughs, or I don't know what this is, but there's something where they're talking about something that you feel is a loss to you. And I feel like with the Tower, that is something that gives you a kick in the behind to either ask for what you deserve. Oh, I also get promoting someone else over you or instead of you. And that is something that I'm getting. This is anger. This is like, I've had enough. You either give me what I deserve or I'm leaving. I don't care if I don't have another job. Obviously, be careful with that. But I do see with the Page of Pentacles, this is something new. This is external. This is something new with the Page of Pentacles. And then you'll be looking at, do I stay here because now I've asked for what I want and they're going to try to give it me? Or do I choose the new option? Okay, so let's see. Advice for Raluca regarding her career. Hi, Venusia. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. So that's telling you, and the Five of Wands, don't stay in a place just because you get along with the people. Because I also get that it's just not fair. Because you get along with them, it's like, when you get along with the boss and they feel like they don't need to be a boss to you. In other words, to do what they're supposed to do as a boss and looking into your growth and development and be responsible for what you're doing and stuff like that, right? And they're just kind of being friendly and letting you manage yourself. Well, they're supposed to manage you. You know what I mean? I do see something new coming up. Again, there's some sort of conflict, or something happens. Someone gets promoted over you, or someone gets credit for your work or takes credit for your work, or something along those lines, where you feel left out, you feel like you've experienced the loss. As a result, you might be giving them an ultimatum of you either do this or I'm leaving. But you also have this new opportunity coming in at the same time. And your advice is to go with the new, because it's something that you can grow and develop. You go from the page to the knight. It's something you can grow in and develop in, as opposed to where you are currently, which is a dead-end situation, unfortunately, with the Eight of Swords. Okay? So I hope that helps you. And good luck. And listen, don't settle. Don't back down. Don't just accept what is being given to you, because you deserve everything that you deserve, because you're a hard worker. Okay? Okay. And Lisa. Lisa Jade. You're very welcome, Aruka. Oh man, Lisa. I remember we had such positive readings. We even got time frames and everything. So let's see. Angels and guides, what can you tell Lisa about the situation? Emergency transfer application is turned down. What's going to happen next? Okay, first of all, let's see. What can you tell me for Lisa regarding the transfer application, and what's going to happen next with this? I'm going to do like a mini Celtic cross, because I want to look deeper into this for you. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant talks about, obviously you've been dealing with council people in the government, well, the government, not the government, but like council people. There's, you know, the structure, there's the process, the rules, and things were taking forever as a result. Okay, don't panic. So in the current situation, we have the Knight of Swords. So with the Knight of Swords, this is where you're currently at. You're very angry, rightfully so, because this got denied. The challenge, we have the Empress. The challenge with the Empress, this is telling you that there's something better coming, or the way you are trying to do things, something where, I don't know if it's a new process that you're going to go through, or they're implementing a new law, or they're implementing a new process. But this is telling you to wait a little bit and stay positive. Don't go on the offensive. Don't challenge or attack anyone. Not saying that you would, but you know, like where you complain or you lodge complaints or stuff like that. Crowning is the Two Swords. So this is where you're pretty much stuck and you're not sure what the hell is going on and what's going to happen next and what, if anything, you can do next. And it's like you're stuck because you don't have enough information. You don't know why necessarily this was denied, or they haven't gone into detail about it. And you also don't know of any other options available to you. So you're feeling stuck. And the foundation, the reason for everything is the Three of Wands. The reason for everything is what you're trying to manifest here with the Empress and the Three of Wands. It is going to happen. With the Three of Wands, I feel like to appeal, but I'm worn out by the environment. Very toxic. Right, okay. So with the Three of Wands, this is saying there's something around, there's a different way to do this, or you have to think about longer term with the Three of Wands. So I don't know if you were in a situation where it's like, get me out of here, I don't care where you put me, just get me out of here. Because this is talking about like looking further or moving away further. In the past, the Ten of Pentacles. So obviously this is where you've been in this place for as long as you want to be in this place. You're no longer comfortable there. We all know that. In the outcome though, look, you have the Fool. And the outcome with the Fool, this is the moving card. This is starting fresh. This is taking a completely different direction, going to a completely different place. I am getting this in the time of Aries. So I don't know if it's because of you, if you were to appeal. So let's see. Should Lisa appeal? is this the result of that? So we have the Ace of Pentacles. So it's telling you, to me, that's a yes. So I know you're worn out. I can see that. And I know you just don't want to deal with this anymore with the Two of Swords crowning you. But I see that appealing would move things forward, because there's something around, if you appeal, there's this Two of Cups. I remember we've had, yeah, it did, didn't it? I remember we had in your last reading something about a friendly person or a friendly influence. Have you had that yet? Because I still see that person coming up. Like a friendly person, someone who wants to help you. And the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the Ace of Pentacles and the Fool. Someone who genuinely wants to help you. So I don't know if you can appeal. I remember it came up like someone's not doing everything they could be doing. So I think that's your housing officer. Can you appeal and ask for someone else to take on your case? Or can you... Because I'm seeing this person come in. I do feel like you already know them. I don't know why. I feel like you already know them. But number one, I would say, I know you're tired. I know you're exhausted. I know you just don't want to deal with this anymore. But go through with the appeal and see if you can get someone else on it. And if it's not something that you can do to get someone else on it, I feel like the appeal will take this to a different person to preside over this, if that makes sense. So the person that ruled over this in the first place is going to be different than the person it will go to because of the appeal. I think that's kind of a rule, isn't it? If someone appeals, you can't have the same person look at the case. And I feel like that will be the turning point, Lisa. I really, really do. Because this new person that's going to be looking at your case, I don't know if it's the officer or rather the person who needs to decide, because it's the Hierophant here, like the higher up, the person who needs to decide, they are going to want to help you. I also feel like they're going to see that the people that have worked on this before haven't done their jobs. And they will want to make up for that. That's genuinely what I'm seeing. Okay. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true, Lisa. I feel like maybe they're telling you that to talk you out of doing it. Does that make sense? Because I would definitely say, yes, appeal. Kind of muster up some energy. I know, trust me, I understand it's hard. Yeah. I can only imagine what you're having to go through. But honestly, I'm seeing that there's a person being changed. If you can do anything to make this happen, like the housing officer, but I feel like going through someone else is going to get you the outcome that you want. Okay, so I don't know if you're changing the housing officer and as a result, they do their job better and they push this through for you, or going through a different housing officer or trying to get a different housing officer, get someone else to look at your case. Does that make sense? I know, Lisa. I know. But you're very close. You're so close, Lisa. I mean, look at it. You're so close. This is like the final test. This is literally what I heard. This is the final test. You know, when you're in a position you just want to give up and you get the message of don't give up before the miracle happens. That's where you are now. So just give it one more go. Try this approach. I really feel like it's the way. All right? Talk to someone. Ask someone. Do you have like what do you call them? Citizens advice or something like that? So you don't have to go to a full-blown lawyer. I need to give my appeal stuff to the same housing officer. But can't you tell them that you just want a different officer? That's within your rights. to say, I want someone different to handle my case. Because that's what I'm seeing. It'll have to be someone different. Okay. There's got to be, who do these people work for? Like, can't you go to someone that's like a boss of these people to complain or to say, that's kind of what I'm getting. Okay. Because it's I mean, it's definitely within your rights. Okay, so like one more push. Genuinely, that's what I'm getting. Like, don't give up before the miracle happens. You just need to do this one more time and to try it this way. All right, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you. I also get like you're at a point where you feel like just giving up, and so that means you feel like you don't have anything to lose. And that's not a bad place to be in when it comes to this kind of thing, because it gives you that energy of, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I don't even care about the outcome. And that's usually when it happens for us, isn't it? Take some time to yourself. Take a little time to yourself to kind of reset, right? To just kind of let go of what happened, if you can, like, in as much as you can. You know, not to go through the same thing over and over in your head, and kind of give yourself a little bit of a reset, because that also helps switch the energy. Okay, if that makes sense. Keep me posted. Manusha, I hope it's okay. We said we'd just do like super chats today, just because I had already a couple super chats with questions, so I thought to just make sure that it's fair for everyone, to just do super chats. I know, Lisa. Trust me, I know. But it's literally that you're going through like the changing in the energy. When we get to the point where we feel like, F this, I just don't care anymore, and we just go into it with nothing to lose. Oh, thank you. That's when it changes. Okay? So I'm rooting for you. Okay. So guys, I've been here for like almost 2 hours. Thanks for hanging in there with me, though. I hope that the messages make sense for the rest of March. And thanks for the super chats. Really appreciate it. I hope you got your answers, and I hope you got some useful information. And Venusia, just bear with me. In the next one, I'll do like free messages. All right. But for this one, like I say, because I've said from the beginning that it's just going to be super chats, I'm just trying to make sure that I keep it fair for everyone. But I don't want to just leave you hanging at the same time. Okay. So just bear with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay. I hope that's okay, Venusia. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go get some to eat or something. And I'll see you in the next one. All right. Love you guys. Bye for now.